This is the All One Nurse podcast, where we are bridging the gap between the stethoscope and the soul and getting back to the human side of healthcare.
Powered by Riverside.
Did you know that we are just one episode away from wrapping up season 1 of the All One Nerds podcast? Your support and engagement have made this journey possible. I'm so proud of what we've achieved together, and welcome back. I'm your host, Nurse Shenell Thompkins. In this week's episode, let's go down memory lane, reflecting on how I started the All One Nerds podcast, discussing the topics we've covered, sharing top lessons provided by each awesome guest speaker for nursing students, and some sneak peeks on what's to come. So be sure to stick around until the end. Let's get right into it. We've made it to episode 9. It's been said that most podcasters who host at least 10 episodes are more likely to be successful. I'm so close I can feel it. Sometimes I reflect back to the time that I applied to host the season 1 of the Nurse Converse podcast presented by nurse.org. I remember going into the laundry room and recording my why for why the nursing community should choose me. And I actually made the top 10 list of applicants to host, thanks to my work family, loved ones, and my friends. But big ups to my work family. I hosted 2 episodes on Nurse Converse, season 1. The first one titled How to Heal from Burnout and Love Nursing Again. And the second one is titled 5 Tips in the Workplace for Introverted Nurses with Shenell Thompkins. Creating those episodes for nurse.org gave me the confidence and vision to continue working on my purpose, bridging the gap between the stethoscope and the soul and getting back to the human side of healthcare. I carry candid conversations with awesome guest speakers, diving into their professional journey, which includes their background story, personal insights that includes their motivation and challenges that they may have faced during nursing school or throughout their nursing career, patient perspective, whether it's personal experience, and how to become the nurse, that educational insights to discuss the main topics that we are talking about during the episode, as well as how to specialize and what their specialty may be. Fun fact, I already knew who I wanted one of my guest speakers to be, but I was scared to call Dr. Shante Coleman because I wanted to make sure that I had all my ducks in a row. And after making that phone call to set up an interview, it's like God said, thank you for being obedient, because I haven't missed a beat since. Speaking of Ashante, let me give you some tidbits on each episode leading up to this one, being here together now, and giving you a general review of the guest speaker, the topic, and how to connect with each guest speaker. Episode 1, the impact of nutrition in Episode 1, the impact of nutrition on health and wellness with Veronica Brown. Nurse V is a nurse practitioner who worked as a nutritionist years before becoming a nurse. Discusses the importance of nutrition and its importance. She discusses the impact of nutrition and its impact on our health, particularly in relation to obesity and chronic diseases, emphasizing that a lot of the chronic diseases that we see are preventable. Veronica emphasizes the importance of being proactive with one's health and seeking medical attention for changes or concerns and being treated by a board-certified provider. She speaks on weight loss injections and how important it is to consume enough protein. You can check out her website, vbwellnesslounge.com. And her social media handle is The Wellness Lounge on Instagram and TikTok. Episode 2, Empowerment in Nursing, Advocating for Yourself and Your Patients with Dr. Shante Coleman, Ashante shares her personal experience of having a stroke, not once, but twice in her 30s, the challenges she faced in receiving proper medical care. She highlights the disparities in stroke rates among minority populations and encourages individuals to take control of their health through preventative measures. She discusses her services at Rejuvenate 901, including weight loss programs, cryotherapy, and IV therapy. Nurse V and Ashante also speaks on sexual health, and I didn't know that existed until I actually interviewed them. You can connect with Dr. Ashante Coleman at Rejuvenate 901 on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and her website is rejuvenate901.com, and her location is in Collierville, Tennessee. Episode 3, The Next Gen Tutor, Empowering Nursing Students with Susanna Valdez. Susanna is a NCLEX tutor and coach. She shares valuable insights for nursing students on her episode. She emphasizes the importance of never giving up on yourself and being willing to put in the time and effort to be successful. She shares the significance of having a mentor and tips and strategies for taking NCLEX. You can check her out at thenextgentutor.com. To connect with her on social media, her handle is at thenextgentutor. Episode 4, The Role of a CRNA, Being a Pilot for Patients with Dr. Brian Bogard. He discusses the role of a certified registered nurse anesthetist and the educational requirements to become one. He talks on the importance of compassion and excellence in patient care, and shares his personal journey of becoming a CRNA and highlighting the importance of perseverance and faith. He encourages listeners, especially young Black men, to pursue their goals and connect with resources like Diversity CRNA, which is a mentorship program. He can be found on Instagram and Facebook under his name, Brian Bogard. Episode 5, Healing Beyond Prescription Opioids, Natural Pain Relief with Dr. Heather Lucas. Nurse Heather is a DNP and family nurse practitioner who discusses her journey in the medical field and her focus on natural pain relief. She shares her personal experiences with her mother's back surgeries and the ineffectiveness of traditional pain medications, leading her to explore alternative methods like medical cannabis. She owns Natural Relief Medical Clinic and provides a holistic approach like medical cannabis, shockwave therapy, red light therapy, injections, and direct primary care for her clients. The conversation does shift to the opioid crisis. Resources for addiction treatment and support are shared. Go check out this episode. Heather's website is naturalreliefmed.com and at Natural Relief Medical on Instagram and Facebook. Episode 6, Empathy and Grace in Mental Health Care with Dr. Latoria Boylan. Dr. Tori is a nurse practitioner who specializes in psychiatry, and she discusses critical issues surrounding mental health like awareness, challenges faced by providers, and normalizing mental illness with grace and understanding. She speaks on the importance of self-care and the need for more psychiatric nurses. However, non-psychiatric nurses like myself and you, we can help change the stigma on mental health or mental illness and advocate for patients. Such a heartfelt episode because she speaks on mental illness with so much grace. You can connect with Dr. Tori at Dr. Tori B on Instagram. Episode 7, Understanding Trauma, A Path to Recovery with Terry D'Aragon. Nurse Terry is very transparent about her struggles with trauma. She stresses the importance of self-awareness, the role of faith in relationships, and the stages of trauma recovery. She reminds us that everyone has a healing story. She is a nurse coach specializing in psychiatric nursing. It's a really good episode, and you can connect with Nurse Terry through her nonprofit, Awaken Your Lioness, and the website is awakenyourlioness.com. And her handles on social media are at Awaken Your Lioness on Instagram, and she's on Facebook and TikTok. Last but not least, because this month of November is Diabetes Awareness Month, episode 8, Understanding Diabetes, Igniting Education and Awareness with Dr. Nakia Sellers, we discuss the complexities of diabetes, management, and changing the stigma with having diabetes through education, holistic care, communication, and patient care. She also provides valuable insights into her resources available to her patients or available to patients. Using a supportive approach to care for patients with diabetes mellitus, she owns the Diabetes Wellness and Care Clinic located in West Memphis, Arkansas, and her website is mydcwellness.com, and her Instagram handle is at the Diabetes Wellness NP for Nurse Practitioner NP on Instagram. I've put together some top lessons provided by my awesome guest speakers, particularly for nursing students and new nurses. And here are 6 lessons that I want to give you. Number 1, be proactive with your health and the health of others. Take charge of your health and seek medical attention for any changes or concerns. Be mindful that personalized care is crucial in healthcare. Different individuals respond differently to medications and treatments. Know your baseline and learn to anticipate the needs of your patients. Number 2, advocate for your patients and for yourself. Don't be afraid to speak up. Ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. Empower your patients to discuss their concerns. Properly educate them. Ask questions for them as you build your knowledge and understanding as a nursing student or a nurse. Number 3, never give up. Stay determined and put in the effort to succeed in your nursing journey. Don't listen to naysayers. Pray about everything. Be willing to work hard. Number 4, seek mentorship. Find mentors who can guide you and help you develop your skills. This may be the approachable nurse on your unit who loves to explain everything and want you to tag along. Also, get tutoring before it's too late. It's okay to get a tutor before taking the NCLEX as well. Number 5, embrace compassion and excellence. Approach patient care with compassion and strive for excellence in all that you do. Recognize your biases and the value of being present for patients. Be a person of integrity, always reflecting on the code of ethics for nursing. And number 6, find your passion. Finding passion and aligning it with your goal, your career, is key to success in nursing or any other pursuit. I ask interns all the time what area they want to focus on when they get their licensure as they start out. And some of them know and some don't. Either way, give yourself grace to learn. Seeing everything as an experience. It's just that, an experience. For example, my passion is cardiovascular and education, but I worked on a progressive care unit, aka step-down unit, for 4 years beforehand. And my career is still to be determined, as evidenced by me sitting here with you now, hosting this episode. Now, I have been asking for feedback on any challenges or concerns you may be facing as a nursing student and new nurse on my All One Nurse TikTok at All One Nurse and my Instagram at @allonenurse_Shenell so that I can help address them. My next guest speaker is Dee Dandridge, known as the Counterfeit Nurse, Fit at 50 on TikTok. And like always, we'll discuss her professional journey, personal insights, patient perspective, and educational insights, focusing on fitness, especially as we wrap up the year and start making our New Year resolutions to be healthier and get summertime fun, as I like to say. As we enter the new year, I have an episode with Leah Hambrick, who you may know as Off the Clock Nurse on Instagram and TikTok. She's a forensic nurse examiner, and she doesn't hold back on her passion for what she does. Noting that January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month and Stalking Awareness Month. I did not know that. After Nurse Leah, I have someone who is special to me, We grew up in the same town, and I feel like I never knew Tiffany after hearing her heartfelt story about her actual heart, both physically and spiritually. Nurse Tiffany wears a left ventricular assistive device, aka LVAD, and has written a book about her story titled A Journey Through the Supernatural Healing by Tiffany Cannon Davis. It's on Amazon, and yes, she still works as a nurse. So be sure to stay connected by subscribing to the All One Nurse podcast right now. And remember to leave a 5-star review because your feedback helps me improve and reach more listeners. Don't forget to share this podcast with others. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. So if you don't remember anything else, remember, be proactive with your health and the health of others. Advocate for yourself and your patients. Never give up. Seek mentorship. Embrace compassion and excellence. And find your passion. Or shall I say, give yourself grace to find your passion. Stay connected with me, your host, Nurse Shenell Thompkins, on social media, again, at All One Nurse on Instagram, _Shenell, and at All One Nurse on Facebook and TikTok. Until next time, let your light shine.